you doing, my friends? And thank you for coming back to yet another Magic the Gathering video here on the Jovenshire YouTube channel, where we cover all things superheroes, video games, comic books, TV shows, and MTG Arena. I'm Joven. If you haven't subscribed already, please take a chance. Do that, because I think if you like this video, you're going to like all the other videos that we do here. Every Friday, I do try to do a video from Magic the Gathering where I put together some decks that that they work in the meta. They're just not the ones that you would normally see, because I think that's what's important to a game like this. Yeah, you can play red deck wins and make it to Mythic, but there's other fun card combinations you can do, and we explore them here on the channel. So, we are going to jump into the game. We talked about subscribing. We talked about who I am. Great. Cool. Let's jump into MTG Arena. Now, today we are going to be looking at, so originally, I was going to do a mono-green Proliferate deck. Just to kind of look at this real fast so you can, like, screenshot and look at it. This was my mono-green Proliferate deck. It's actually doing pretty well, but during my live streams, I actually had a fan tell me about a different combination. He was saying, why don't you make a Bant Proliferate deck? And I started playing with it with a few of his card choices, and I really liked how it plays. It's just, for me, it's so much fun to play. I am loving the counter mechanics in this game. I think that what you have here with Evolution Sage, you get to Proliferate. I just think Proliferate is a really fun mechanic because it not only affects your creatures with the +1/+1 counters, but also your planeswalkers. Now, this deck did originally it ran 2 Gideon, but I put in 2 Llanowar Elves because I think the ramp is just a little bit more important, because I come from a mono-green black background, so I like ramping. So we do have a little bit of ramp because I didn't have any other turn 1 plays. But the big combo here, the 2 probably important cards to really get the deck going, is starting off with Grateful Apparition. So it's just a 1/1 flyer that when it attacks and does damage, it can proliferate, but it doesn't have a counter on it. So turn 1 or turn 2 this, turn 3 Merfolk Skydiver, put a +1/+1 counter on your apparition, and then it's immediately after it does 2 damage becomes a 3/3 on turn 3 with the ability to go further and more. There's obviously lots of card destruction or creature destruction, creature hate, whatever, in the format. So you're going to have to deal with some stuff dying, but there's, like, if you don't pull the apparition, you can still make this a 2/2 flyer on turn 2 if you want. This card I do think is very important because either it can put a +1/+1 counter or it can proliferate. So if it's later in the game, you can get the ball rolling. If you need it, you can go ahead and put that counter on the Grateful Apparition. Evolution Sage just gets things crazy, because if you are drawing the land that you want or need or even don't need at times, it can be fantastic. Plus, comboing off Evolution Sage with Nissa's ult is just the greatest feeling in the world. It makes me so happy. With all the Proliferate in this deck, it's not difficult to actually pull off Nissa's ult. And then dropping in, I think the average that I'll do is about 7 different types of forests each time I ult. And if Evolution Sage is down, and you've got Mowu with a counter, or even just one of your smaller guys, and you proliferate 7 times, it's fantastic. So Evolution Sage is great. I do run Courage of Crisis. I think it's a great card because not only do you get the +1/+1 counter, but then you also get a proliferate. We're going to talk about why dropping counters is so important. Same thing with Yang here, because we are running 2 Mows. Because I think when you're dealing with so many counters, it's just good to have Trample. It is a legendary creature, and I've played around with how many of these I should use. Right now I'm landed on 2, and I'm pretty happy with that. Like, could it go up to 3? Sure. Are the Teferis doing as much as they could for me? No. I like them, but obviously I don't need the extra land unless it's to proliferate, using a Karn's Bastion or even our Merfolk Skydiver. Could I go down to 2? Yeah. And then drop this up to 3 again. It's legendary. You can only have 1 out at a time, so the worst thing to do is have 2 in your hand. It also just dies, like, to any, like, if someone's got a kill spell, it's gonna go. So hopefully you can wipe out, you can get the kill spells out using these guys early. Ajani, just putting +1/+1 counters on everything, including loyalty counters for other planeswalkers, which is fantastic. And one of my favorite cards that I just don't see getting the most out of, but you've got Rylsk here, and so when he drops, He drops, puts 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature. And again, Mo's so good because this is +4 counters if you're dropping it on him. Same thing with if you do this card on Mo, it's 4 counters because every time he gets a +1/+1 counter, he puts an extra +1/+1 counter. And this is just great. Our land, we do run 2 forests just in case if there's a Assassin's Trophy or Settle the Wreckage. We're at least pulling something out of there. Plus forest with Nissa is always great. As for actual forests, you have 4 here, 4 here. So that we have a total of 10 forests to pull with Nissa if it ever comes to that. Again, I told you I've averaged about 7 when I pull it off, and it happens more often than not if you really get the ball rolling with your Proliferate. And I'm running 2 Cardin's Bastions. I have more. I think it's just a 2 of. Great. So let's jump into some games and see how my Proliferate deck does. I've actually been playing ranked with it. We'll stay with a ranked match. I just hit the mic. I've actually been playing a lot of ranked with this deck, and it's been working. So I might have just jinxed myself, but we'll try it here today against Sam Batico versus the Jovenshire. All right. As for starting hands, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. That's Mulligan, because really we just had stuff to. This is not horrible. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. So let's get the ball rolling here. So Intercept. So we've got the white mana that we're gonna need to be able to drop this. All right. Jeez. Can't be blocked, but that might get out of hand. And I don't run any creature hate in this deck. It really is just to get steam early and go. Maybe it needs some more creature hate. I am running white, so there are a lot of options for your sideboard. I might lose. We're gonna put get. Jeez. Let's see. This might not be great for me. Might not be fantastic. But we do have that 3/3 on turn 3 flyer. And Ajani. Jeez, we got wrecked real fast. I'll be honest, I've actually never played against this deck. Seen Shanna down. Alright. Like I'm into it. Alright, going for face. Going for the kill there. Yeah. Okay. I too have an Ajani,
We'll
but
find our own way.
how do we want to? Just race him? This isn't the way to do this. I think the loss is inevitable, especially since we didn't get our 4th land. It's whenever he does combat damage, I get to Proliferate. Yep. So that's combat damage. Wait, no, it's deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, so it's not if she gets blocked. Yeah, we lost. That was a fast loss. Jeez. That's gonna happen. I'm not gonna take the loss out of here. I just knew it. I knew as soon as saying, like, let's play a ranked match because they've been going well for me. Like, I literally was on a win streak yesterday with this deck. It took me from, I think, like, high platinum 4 to where you see me now at high platinum 3. And of course, the first game in is lost. And that's okay, it happens. We're just having fun playing Magic, and it's okay. I like this deck because it's just, I don't know, it's a fun deck. Again, we've got Teferis for some creature control. Could we switch things around maybe to get more creature hate in there? Yeah. Yeah, let's go with this. We'll take the 2 damage. So we got the turn 2 Grateful Apparition, which is kind of fun in the story because Kaya, who takes control of the Orzhov Guild, actually has to let go of some of the debts for the spirits, and in doing so, she's able to like move faster and fight Bolas's army. So we got, okay. Yeah, we'll put out the other Llanowar Elf here because if we draw a land, how lovely would that be? But if we draw a land, we can actually put down a turn 3 Relisk. We didn't get it, and that's not a bad thing. Oh wait, I had a land in hand. I'm dumb. I misplayed so hard. That's not great. Let's see what they do here. I don't want to... I'm a little afraid to do... How do we want to do it? Let's get a little crazy. So even if he does the board wipe,
sorry I'm late.
I'm going to, so I've got a blocker down, and I'm okay with... Oh, that also has vigilance. So even if he board wipes here, I get a Proliferate, which is fantastic. That doesn't have flying, right? Yeah, just lifelink. Great. And sure, we'll untap too. Not that it does me any good, because I don't run spells in this deck, which I could / should. What's the prison card that, oh no. Okay. Well, let's get funky. Let's get real funky. Again, expecting the board wipe, which can be bad, but at least now I'll be able to proliferate twice, getting my, yeah, that's just, we don't want to see it. I'm just always scared of that board wipe. Dropping a land, and we'll attack with these two, because, yeah. Trample this through, we're going to proliferate again, making Mowu even bigger. This is the longest I've gone without putting +1/+1 counter on Grateful Apparition, which next turn we'll drop Ajani and just really get the ball. Actually, what did he put? Oh no. Okay. He had to. But I think I just want to. But it's going to take more than that.
Teach you humility if I must.
Now this to pop some counters on everybody. This to put an extra counter on you, just to make you just as formidable.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I got a land. That's cool. Needed? No. And let's attack. And we'll proliferate some more. I don't think they'll... There's... I've won, essentially. Which is nice. Which is nice. Because they can't deal with all my creatures and all of my planeswalkers in one turn. And plus, I knew they would... There we go. We had a loss, and it was a quick loss, but this victory, man, this victory just showed that this deck means business. And to think I wanted to get rid of Teferi at the top of this. I actually considered calling an audible and dropping him, and I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad that I didn't. You saw Mowu kind of get out of control. He had to use the exile spell to get rid of him. Dun-dun-dun. So we got the ramp. All right. Against my better judgment, we'll keep it. We can officially ramp up to Nissa. So that's a turn 4 Nissa. Unless I draw another one of my Llanowar Elves, which would be pretty fun. Wow. Okay, no, but we are seeing a lot of land, which can begin to scare me a little bit. All right. Ooh, no, see, we aren't going to attack. I don't like to attack when they show white, just in case they have the exile target tapped creature, which I could put in my sideboard for this deck. Johnny's Pride Mate, man. That card is rough. Can I get ahead of him, though? That's the 4-4. Alright. We got the blue down, so we'll do this instead. So we'll make him a 7-7 trample. Oh no, just 6-6? But it was +2. Ah, okay, still fine. So it was 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. That's proper math. Okay. And now he's a 6-6. If he attacks, I'm gonna have to block with Molu. Ah, damn. All right, GG. That's why it's just a good card. And look at all this land in my hand.
We will not fail.
What land do I need the least? There we go.
Rise, my elemental friend.
We'll keep my blockers. Because I can... He'll wipe all my guys and I'll proliferate up. Which is meh. I don't know. I think that... Yeah. He had 2 of these on turn 2. And then immediately following up with that. Luckily, just blocking here. Or just attacking with him. I was kind of worried about that guy going too. Yeah, I think that's game. 'Cause it's 5, 6. Oh, I've got a blocker and that's it. We'll just, I don't know, we're getting it. We're ulting. She was out for a turn and got to ult. So there we go. Send her all tapped. Look at all the land that I have. I've got a blocker so he doesn't win next turn. But there's nothing I think that I can do here unless I get to Fairy. If I get to Fairy... Yep, there it is. Cool. Alright. 1 good win, 2 bad losses. Let's see if we can get one more in there. I'd like to see a win. Well, it's got a lot of creature hate. We're going to see if we can change our luck with by moving to casual. Again, we've shown you 2 losses and 1 good win. So, if anything, yes, we've proven that this deck can go the distance, but I'm trying to make an entertaining YouTube video, so let's see another good win in there. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Yep. Yep. Oh, good. Is it red deck? Oh, is it red deck wins in casual? Because we know that's my favorite thing. Oh, how I love it. Yep. Red deck wins. Here we go. Put down the idiot. No. All right, so we got 2 losses, 1 win. We're gonna move to casual just to be safe here to kind of hedge my bets a little bit. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to make a good YouTube video, and the 2 losses and 1 win, it's not bad. We could use another win though. Alright, and up is concede, question mark. That's really funny. Please don't play red Decklist. Oh, jeez. It's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. I'm keeping, because worst case here is I've got to turn to. If I can draw a white mana source here. Nope. Okay. So it looks like Simic. Second one. Okay. So we're gonna put the +1/+1 counter here. They too have a counter deck. Interesting. Yeah, we're still gonna put down the lands. And let's, I don't know, let's see if we can out counter them. Black white counters? Orzhov counters? That's the decks you see. Oh.
I march into battle as your champion of justice. I believe in you, friend.
He can sacrifice. Oh, he's got menace also. That's fine. We're gonna go over his head. 1, 2, 3. So hold on. What would this be? This would just be. No, because that's a sorcery speed. That's just really kind of get it going here. Got 2 3/3s. He's got a block with Grateful Apparition. I don't know what's gonna happen, folks. I don't know what's gonna happen. Got rid of that though, because we don't want him getting out of control. He's got some like if he gets a kill spell, he obviously has some options. One way or the other, we're good. Man, I don't know. Grateful would be nice. If I want to get super crazy and overcommit to the board, maybe drop this guy on Evolution Sage.
I will lend you
He's
my
gonna give him
strength.
lifelink again. Because he's got menace, so I can't block him. His thing is he can sacrifice another creature or planeswalker, put 2 +1/+1 counters on him. No blocks. No blocks. So yeah, I'm taking 5 damage here. Killed one of my guys. That was uncool, dude. So first of all, so put a +1/+1 counter on Evolution Sage. So he's now in the mix. You know, we're gonna take the 2 damage here, making them even stronger. There we have it. We'll put a +1/+1 counter on him. Now, you can go over here. What does he got? He's got 2 open, just in case. Let's make sure he dies. Okay. Still hoping for a white land. Still hoping. So, like, it would be a shame if I drew a Ajani or Teferi. Is he going to minus to get him back? Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the only reason I'm not mad at that is we're going to proliferate, and then we're going to proliferate again. He doesn't have any other creatures to pull out, so maybe we just really start to force his hand here. Because that's 19 damage. Wow. Even if I lose this one, I'm pretty happy with it. So, is he going to block Evolution Sage? Nope. Nope. Why'd he block that one? Unless he's got... No, why'd he block that one? He took an extra damage that he didn't need to take. Alright, if I draw a land... I don't know, let's see what happens. Okay. I assume we're sacrificing a creature here.
My army will envelop this world.
Oh, he's getting the 1 damage in first before sacking the creatures. which
I do.
I'm gonna get rid of
love
these
the
two.
death
And if I draw a land, I win.
Embrace the bloodlust.
I didn't draw a land. This isn't bad either. 1, 2, 3. No, stop trying to put the proliferate. I wish I can train it not to do that. Not that I can use it, but I'm glad that I got this one more than.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
Let's turn this bad boy.
The land shall conquer you.
Okay, both of those attacking her. Trying so hard. Plus vigilance. It's got menace though, so
I am exhausted.
trying to get that win. I'm nervous, guys. I'm nervous. I'm sitting here like I realize I'm not talking because it's 10-9.
I will endure.
All right, dropping Nissa a little bit. Another menace. We can definitely proliferate next turn. All right, so he's tapping down for one. Tapping down one of them.
Do not underestimate
Definitely
my
trying to
fortitude.
get in there. Just, I don't know. Damn it, come on. Look, wrong lands. All right, enters tapped. Let's just do this, proliferate. Because it's making our guys a little bit stronger. We're gonna pop up another one. I'm again trying not to do my actual force because if he does kill these guys, I did this in the wrong order, by the way. All right, so Soren's now out of the way. Nissa might win it for me. I've got vigilance, so I can double block. Essentially, I would lose a land. Okay, I'm fine with that, ish. Like, what does he do? Because I'm swinging for 10 next turn. Oh, I'm swinging for. Oh. Okay, we're gonna lose a land because he's not gonna sacrifice, is he? Because he'll. Well, he can sacrifice this one. I'm still swinging in for damage. I don't know what to expect. It's the battle of counters. He's got a lot of dead kitties. Okay, there's the sack. Was able to kill that guy. Oh, hey, look. Alright, we're going to, we'll enter this tapped. Because we can untap it and not take the damage. Which is great.
The elements.
And there it is. And there it is. There we go. We did it. So 2 wins, 2 losses. Howdy doody. That was fun. Orzhov counters. Interesting. There are 3 deck types that I really like. Grixis Dragons, my all-time favorite. Mono Green, I was so sold when Theros came around, and Mono Green just became like a new love of mine, and still to this day love it. And then decks where I can play with +1/+1 counters and just go for it. One of my EDH decks is actually all about putting +1/+1 counters on creatures and just pumping them up as fast as possible. That's why I like Hydras. They're pretty cool. And so this is one of those decks where you can get a bunch of counters on a bunch of creatures and just start to go to town with it. So let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know if you do wind up using it. What changes you would make to the sideboard or to main board to kind of deal with some creature hate. It's a fun deck. I highly recommend using it. It does work. It does work, I swear. So shout out to my boy Jerry showing up in my chat teaching me about some of the cards and the idea of a Bant Proliferate deck, because I'm having fun with it, and now you can too. I've got the deck list down below if you'd like to check it out. That's it for me, though. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Every single Friday, we try to do Magic the Gathering videos here, and we have other stuff on the channel as well, some top fives. This show that, if you're a longtime fan, you might remember, it's called Retrofit. I'm coming back with that. So yeah, just we're trying to do more and more here on the channel. So just you watching as much as you can in these videos and subscribing, it really helps. So thank you so much for being a part of the community, and you're all amazing. Till the next time, guys. I'll see you later.